Hey, friendo, Steve here.
Al Larson.
And it's time for our hot, fresh, smoking hot, fresh Summerslam 2025 Night 2 star ratings. Larson, I'm interested to hear your thoughts on a lot of these matches because they're so piping hot.
Yeah, let's get right to it then. Starting off with the triple threat match for the Women's World Championship. You got Rhea Ripley and Io Sky challenging Naomi for that title. Steve, what'd you give it?
I love this match, Larson. I thought this was really good. I thought this was really, really good. I mean, they already have, like, Io and Rhea already have amazing chemistry. They told a couple of really good stories in the ring. They gave it plenty of time. The action was crisp. It was great. Man, I gave this 4.5 stars. I thought it was awesome.
I'm not too far off. I went 4.25. Everything you said, copy and paste. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
That was great. Good win for Naomi. Advance the story with Rhea and Io. Good stuff. Let's move on to Tag Team TLC, six-pack TLC Tag Title Match, TLC match.
Yeah. Yes.
Saw the Wyatt Six retaining their titles against 5 other teams, basically the entire SmackDown tag division, save for Los Garza. Spoke plenty about this match on the review. We did.
Yeah.
It is up on the podcast channel right now. Thought this was spectacular. One crazy car crash spot after another. I gave it 4.5 stars. A lot of fun.
Wow.
Great stuff.
You
Feel
hated
bad
this
for
match.
Joe Gacy. Everybody put in a fantastic effort. No
Yeah.
one was being lazy. Hats off to everybody for putting their bodies on the line to entertain us, the fans. 4.5 stars.
Oh, man. That's funny. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know why you gave it such a low rating because I gave it 4.75 star, Larson. Wow, you really hated this match, didn't you?
You know,
Anyways.
actually, if you adjust our scale, since your peak is 6,
Yeah,
mine
it's
is
the same
5,
thing.
my
I
rating
know.
is actually higher than yours.
Oh,
If you adjust
okay.
your rating
so
down to 5
I
stars.
think people were lazy in
Yes.
this match, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay, uh-oh. You've successfully turned the tables. Now, for people who didn't watch the podcast, all Larson said was he preferred the SmackDown post-WrestleMania one to this one. and then somebody, one of your co-hosts, ran with that and said you hated it. In any event, yeah, I gave this 4.75. I thought this was awesome. I mean, the only thing that's like keeping it from being 5 stars is it's very simple. For some reason, even though the tag team division in SmackDown was hot, like the actual titles are like, whatever. I just want really cool matches. But for some reason, it's just missing that spark of, oh man, the tag titles are the thing. But maybe they'll get to that now that the Wyatts still have them. They retained. But my God, this match was really, really great. So yeah, I gave it 4.75 stars.
It was. Next up for the Women's Intercontinental Championship, Lyra Valkyria just coming up short in her bid to become champion yet again, losing to Becky Lynch. Steve, what'd you give this one?
I gave it 4 stars. I think it could have been more. Again, they set such a high bar with like their actual wrestling matches that the naturally plodding pace of a street fight like this or a no DQ match is ostensibly was a weapons match because they got very creative with a lot of different weapons. And so I feel like a match like this naturally has like spot and then you sell for a while, spot and then you sell for a while. So it didn't feature the crisp wrestling that we're used to with these two. And so, yeah, I think, I think they did a really, really good job and they were very, very creative. Not everything landed, but still, I think they, wildly overperformed a lot of other people that would have had the same match. I gave it 4 stars. I thought it was perfectly entertaining.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, 4 stars. Yeah, I can't disagree with anything you said. They tried to get really ambitious and do some really creative stuff here. Some of it worked, some of it didn't. But it was a bit on the long side. I don't know if it needed to be 25 minutes, all to build to Bailey interfering and inadvertently costing Lyra this match. That being said, what we got was really, really good.
Yeah.
So 4 stars. All right, let's talk about this one. Cage match for the U.S. title.
Ooh, I can't wait to hear what you have to say about this.
Solo Sikoa successfully retain that title against Jacob Fatu. It's one of those matches that leaves you literally scratching your head about why this was put together in a way to not only not pull off like an entertaining match, but advance nothing from a story perspective.
Yeah.
This was a spinning of the wheels match because they want Solo to have that title longer before Jacob gets it back.
It was definitely that's a good way to put it.
That's the only purpose this match served. It didn't advance story at all. It didn't flesh out dynamics between any of the characters. We didn't have Tama Tonga come back, at least returning from injury to rejoin the MFTs. Nothing was advanced, and they didn't even give us an entertaining match. In fact, it was a match that was structured in a way to not entertain, seemingly.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
There's a lot of nonsensical stuff going on in here, and I didn't like any of it. I thought this match, which is a bummer because I like Solo as a performer a lot. I like Jacob Fatu as a performer a lot. They've both put on really entertaining matches in the past. And you got a performer as dynamic as Jacob. Take advantage of that.
Yeah.
Take advantage of that. And they didn't. They didn't really take advantage of either of their strengths. I gave it a single star. I thought this match across the board was just awful. Awful.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, dude, honestly, I can't disagree with a lot of what you said. Pretty much agree with everything. I actually went a little bit higher, went 1.5 stars, because I did think that, we got that moonsault after the match, and I thought that was a pretty cool spot. But yeah, I mean, either way you cut it, lousy match. Whether you go no stars, 1.5 star, it's all crap.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It was awful. Awful. Next, the men's Intercontinental Championship match. Dominic Mysterio retaining against AJ Styles. Steve, what'd you give this one?
I thought this was a perfectly entertaining match. I gave it 3 3/4 stars. There was nothing overly special about it. And I felt like, I knew from the get-go Dominic was going to retain, and they didn't really even give you much by the way of oh shit, AJ almost got it. AJ almost got it. This might go either way. I think this could have been a really good Raw main event. I gave it 3 3/4. I thought it was fine.
Yeah, I gave it the same exact score, 3 3/4. It was the right match to precede the main event because before this match, you had 3 straight matches that were stipulation matches, weapons matches, cage match. And you kind of needed the standard, well-executed, highly entertaining match to kind of separate what came before from what's about to follow. And I thought Dom and AJ pulled off exactly what they were supposed to do in a highly entertaining fashion. And I thought it was really good, 3 3/4.
Same.
Talk about the main event. Cody Rhodes getting that undisputed title back from the real John Cena.
The real John Cena.
So in a bubble, this match was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
It had the twists and turns. It had the action you want. It had the storytelling that you want from a main event match of a pay-per-view. My only qualms about it is what preceded it in terms of the story, specifically how John Cena seemingly woke up one day and decided to be babyface John Cena again. I thought there was an opportunity to tell a really interesting story about that evolution of his character within the context of that match, and they chose not to do it creatively. So that's the only knock I have against it. That being said, I'm still going to give it a very high score. I went 4 3/4 stars. I thought if they had the same structure of that match, but told the story of John Cena realizing I'm not a bad guy during the course of this match, and then you're talking 5-star territory, because then you're talking the story of them throwing everything they have at each other and finding what's going to be the thing to win the match for them. Plus John Cena's evolution and Cody reacting to that during the course of the match. I thought that could have been some really magical stuff, and they just didn't do it. That being said, the match was fantastic. 4 3/4 stars.
I'd have to go back and look at Money in the Bank 2011. I'd have to go back and look at Cena versus HBK. I'd have to go back and look at Cena versus AJ Styles, the triple threat with Seth and Brock, I think it was, to properly put this match in context. This has got to be a top 5 Cena match. This was fucking awesome. For me, I did give it 5 stars. And I could, because, our scales are a little bit different. You don't go past 5 stars. I think that once you get to 5 stars, all 5-star matches are not created equal, which is why I go above. But this is firmly at 5-star territory. Maybe it'd have been more if, what, like you said, they would have explored that idea a little bit more. But once this match was underway and you sort of understood, oh my God, Cena really is like putting everything he has into this match, which is something I've never, ever said about John Cena. Even in his amazing matches, it was like, wow, that was really, really awesome. But it never really felt like John Cena put everything he had left into a match. And it felt like that in this match. So, you know, saddled with the creative that he had, he just went out there and was like, you know what? I'm good guy John Cena now. And I'm going to put on the best damn match I possibly can and then exceed that. So, yeah, I gave it 5 stars. Kudos to those guys because they absolutely killed it. They did such a great job with that.
It was a spectacular bout for sure.
Yeah. So anyways, there it is. There's our hot, fresh, piping hot, fresh star ratings from SummerSlam Night 2. Let us know what star ratings you're giving these matches in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button and the notify bell. Check out the podcast review over at Going In Raw. Till next time, we'll see you guys around.
Goodbye.